Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. And what's up, guys? Hopefully you're having a great week. The week's off to a good start for us. We had a good weekend, and you know what? It's always good when we have a clutch on the ground and we have a clutch hatching. And that's exactly what we had. We're going to check out that, and we're going to see my Panda Pied clutch and see, did we hit the Panda Pied? Did we hit something even better? I don't know if there's anything better than Panda Pied, but the snake eggs are hatching again. We had some early clutches, which really isn't typical for me. Now we're going to start seeing some regularity to some of the hatching that's going on. You know, like I said, I missed on a lot of stuff this year, but I also did hit on some good clutches. We have, you know, I think we're at 36 or 38 clutches in the incubator now, so we're still expecting more. So I can't complain too much. Hopefully over the next couple weeks, you're going to start to see some of this good stuff that we're producing, and hopefully we produce some good stuff. That's what it's all about, right? Let's take a look and see what we got. All right, nothing like a little Sunday fun day. My kid just got back from the toy store. Here's my toys for the day. That is a pastel possible mandarin. I held this female back because I really wasn't sure 100% if she was just pastel or if she was pastel mandarin. I think she's pastel mandarin. So I said, you know what? Rather than sell her as a possible, I'll hold her back. She bred this year for me. I bred her back to her father, which is a mandarin, and we'll see what we got. You know, we'll see what we get. This is our first clutch. She looks like she did pretty good for us there. We'll pull her off. She's on a nice clutch of eggs. Look, the worst case scenario is we'll get 50% mandarins, but if she is mandarin, or pastel mandarins and mandarins, the worst case scenario, I mean, the best case scenario is we're gonna get some supers. Who knows what a super mandarin pastel would look like? Or just, you know, that might be really cool. I haven't seen one of those. I don't know if they've been made or not. And so that's why I didn't breed my mandarin female, the mother, back to the mandarin father this year. I went with her as my backup to possibly try to produce super mandarins, and I went with I bred something different. You saw earlier in the year. I bred a monarch to my mandarin, so we're still waiting on those eggs to hatch. But here it is. She looks like she did good. I think she's pretty empty here. Let's see if we can pull her off. Her eggs. Yep, she did good. She's hollowed out. Look at all that. We got 6 nice eggs there. We're gonna pull her, clean her, and we're gonna set those eggs up in the egg box. Super cool. I thought this would be a nice comparison just to show you. This is the male mandarin. He's been the father of many clutches over the last couple of years. This is the mama who just laid. She is what I believe to be pastel mandarin. And, you know, pastel really lightens stuff up. So it's really hard, you know, to tell. She looks like she's a lot more red, and when she was younger, she was a lot more red than a typical pastel is. And so, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what it turns out. But she doesn't look like a typical pastel to me. And, you know, whether there's mandarin in both, only the eggs will tell us once they hatch. All right, we have finally some more snakes hatching. This was my Panda Pied clutch, which I don't think I hit a Panda Pied, unfortunately, but I'm going to show you what I did hit because there's some cool stuff in here. We'll start off. Now, the pairing was my black pastel pied. It was paired to my black pastel het pied. And that's a black pastel for sure. A really nice looking black pastel. And this would be 100% het pied as well. Really, really dark saturation through this snake. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how nice black pastels. Now, I'm going to show you this clutch. You know, I hate when people say everyone thinks they have new genes in their clutches, because everyone wants to believe that, right, when they're first born, because the snakes look so good when they're first born. I'm telling you, you're going to look at this clutch, it definitely looks pretty like there could be something else in there, but this is a really, really nice black pastel het pied. Yeah, look at this. Look at that belly. I'm pretty impressed with this. Papa's impressed too, right, Pop?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we'll go to the pieds. Now we have 2 pieds. So these we did not hit the black pastel here. We just hit pieds on these, but they really look high intensity, these things, and not to use Ozzy's term high intensity, but I'm just saying they look like they're more than they really are. If you look at this, is this the one with the nose, crazy nose? Look at that stripe in the head. That doesn't look like a normal head to me. The thing I love about these pieds is that they're more, I don't like super high white pieds because I think I don't know, it's just not as cool. I like to see some pattern, and I like to see it broken up with a little bit of white. And this, look at these. These are really high. This way, if you put other jeans into them that reduce pattern, you're not going to wind up with a white snake. So these are really, really nice pieds that will probably go up for sale. But I got to kind of analyze these first because some of them are really special looking. And then we'll go to the black pastel pieds that we produce, which I want to show you this. Look, what's this? Look at this little. I've seen black dot. Oh, this is a piece of the sponge. I thought I'm like, maybe there's orange dream in here. No, that the black pastel pieds sometimes are a little lower white. The black pastel reduces that. Usually with this, when you see the panda pieds, which are the super black pastel pieds, they're really low or high white, I should say. This is definitely not a super, because we can see some pattern here. And this one also. Let's put some of these snakes back here. This one also is a black pastel pied. So we have 2 black pastel pieds in this clutch. This one's a really nice one. Look at a tail, a little black on the tail. The black almost looks like a panda pied, but as you can see, black pastel itself is a pretty dark morph. It's not just a little dark, it's very dark. And so that's why when you get the panda pieds, the super black pastel pieds, and I'll show you one of those at the end, one of my holdbacks from last year, you understand why they're so cool, because they're really jet black. So we got the 2 black pastel pieds. So if you guys want to get into the project, the panda pied project, these are really a good way to do that, obviously, because you're pretty close to being there. And then the last snake we got, which I think is my favorite in this clutch, even though it's not pied, it's a super black pastel. Perfect in every way, and you get the little ringer. See that little ringer? Now, some people would say, "Oh, it is a panda pied," but no, the panda pieds are much higher white. They don't have a lot of black in them. They have a couple of splotches here and there. The super black pastel het pieds always have, well, not always, but usually have ringers on them, I find. So these guys are just born, so they're not cooperating too much. But I mean, this is about as jet black as you're going to get in a ball python. I've seen super cinnies and I've seen super mahoganies, and they're just not this jet black. And look at that. I mean, you like black? I mean, there's not much. You can't get much blacker in a ball python than this. I'm almost thinking of holding this one back. I'll see. I usually sell my super black pastel het pieds just because I'm trying to really keep just only the panda pieds, but I don't think I'm going to hit any pandas this year, so this one might have to stay back. We'll see. I haven't really decided. Which one is the crazy one with the nose, Pablo? Oh yeah, this one, right? Oh yeah, this black pastel that was het pied had I don't know if the camera could pick it up so well. I see it more. The nose, right? The nose has got like these 2 little dots on it, if you can see that, and it just looks kind of weird looking. They're like white dots. There they are. You can see it right there. Ah, that's good right there. Pretty cool. I don't know what that means, if it means anything or not. Just kind of cool. These black pastel het pieds always sell really quickly because they're kind of reasonably priced and they're cool looking in of themselves, and so they usually go very, very fast. But all right, we're gonna put these guys back because they just literally just hatched out today. So we'll put them back, and like I said, after they shed out and we feed them a couple times, I'll think about putting some of these up for sale. I know these always go super, super fast, so you guys will let me know. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the little clutch we pulled. That could be a stellar one. It could be a stellar one. I got my fingers crossed. I didn't show you, but I did miss on a pied female I had. She laid 6 slugs. It was her first litter ever. And you know what? That's what happens sometimes. And so we got one great clutch, one clutch that kind of makes you cry a little bit. And then we have, of course, hatched that panda pied clutch. We didn't hit the panda, but we got that super black pastel het pied, which I love. I love a black ball python because they're just not really that many in this industry. We haven't really had like an IMG like they have in boas, which is that increasing melanistic gene. We have black pastel, super black pastel is about as dark as you get. Cinnamons are pretty close, mahogany's pretty close. I think the super black pastel is the darkest and blackest combination that we have in ball pythons. If you're interested in anything in that clutch, you can hit me up and let me know before I list these things up, probably in 2 months, in 6 months from now. But seriously, a lot of these clutches sell quickly before I even list them, so if you like any of those snakes, let me know. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.